is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Three 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard.
Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw is Winston. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Now Winston on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Jameis to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hill.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Looking out of the gun, Winston. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Winston to throw for it on 4. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill.
And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
On second and goal, Winston caught on a slant, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
This is taken way up at the 25.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On play action, Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing is Cousins.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Cousins on first down. He's going to look deep for more.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours.
There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, New Orleans.
So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On second down, it's Cook again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. They go play action. Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play action now. Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Warner getting the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now it's Peterson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Cousins now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans.
And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
It was a Caleb Evans in on the stop.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Winston give, it's Kamara.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play fake. Winston.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Now Winston.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion. They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Let's go now.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Winston looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jameis now going to run the option to the right. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play fake, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Vikings!
So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 27, Winston.
The left side complete to Troutman.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, finding room in midfield. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Winston. They complete it to Hill.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
First down, Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Kamara up the middle. And room there to work it inside the 25. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Winston. And he Rifles it complete. Caught by Landry.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A give to Kamara running right. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. That one complete to Hill. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On 2nd down, Ingram again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTA.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are going to be moving to 4-0 as they... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching close.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Sliding out of the pocket. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Winston to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Now this a very short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think,
he's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
K.J. Osborne,
38 yards.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Winston here to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Winston. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
3rd and long for Winston.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game.
From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.